I'm making a whisk for plastering. We haven't got one, so we've got to make one out of something Albina's had in the garage. So, and do what we can with what little we have got, because we've got a hacksaw. The bigger the whisk, the better the mix. So, Rob's threw another one there. So, if it was me, I wouldn't be making one to go buy one. Plastering's got to be the same. Wash, wash, wash all the time, and everything clean, immaculate in actual fact, you know. And whether it's bucket, trowel, brush, whatever, clean everything. The whisk of the drill we just made. I'm cleaning the hawk off. This is one was bought from the boot sale, the Camera boot market, for a matter of 50p. So I'm just cleaning it off. The trowel was a fiver, so just cleaning it off before we start. Somebody had to go with some multi-finish on it. Obviously didn't know what to do. To leave it in this state. Must be immaculate. The only person that's going to be immaculate is the guy putting it on. Absolute tremendous sandwich. We're just going to have some breakfast before we make a start. I'm putting the first coat on. And then we're going to pop upstairs, get the mix on, get it mixed, pop upstairs and rattle it on the ceiling as quick as we can. Get the first coat on, close it in with the second coat. Then I'll close it all in. Let it go for a little bit. Might put some on the wall if we've got some left somewhere. Probably reveal, possibly round a window or possibly a window head. We'll see. If we've got some left, we won't waste it. No sense in throwing it away. Thank you. Hawk, trowel, bucket of clean water, going up to the ensuite now. Everything should be covered. Lavatory, vanity unit there, you know, shower, tray, whatever, everything covered. But what we're going to do, we're going to skim the ceiling here. And then I'm going to remove the lavatory and the vanity unit out, and I'm going to skim the whole of that wall, this wall, reveals and what have you, and re-skim everything in here. Don't use plasterboard, foil back plasterboard, because if you've got children, whatever, you know, they lean against it, the tiles will fall off it, and it's an absolute waste of time. So please use the correct stuff for the correct job at each time, you know. It's much easier, much cheaper in the end. So immaculate, mint, everything, no matter what you use it. We don't want any dirt or anything that can contaminate the plaster. We want nothing like that whatsoever. So even the label on the trowel, I'm going to take that off. There we go. And before I've done anything, Albina's already used PVA on the trowel on the board, sticks like that, watch. Almost magnetic. Right, there we go. We're going to mix a bucket of plaster and make a start. So, one bag of multi-finish, one burst bag of multi-finish from the DIY shop, and there it is. Instead of it being nearly £7, it was £1.50. Unbelievable. And we've got another bag of board finish coming down. And this is a bag of board finish, another burst bag from a well-known DIY shop. Another £1.50 instead of nearly £7. So, 2 bags for even less of the price as well. So it's worth looking, isn't it? So there we go. Have a look around. Doesn't have to tell you to go around the burst bags in the DIY shop so you can buy them cheap, does it? There it is. £1.50. Ridiculous, isn't it? Also note, if you put the actual paper bag that the plaster comes in into a polythene bag, that it will keep longer. Also that if you're not doing it weekends and times when you do, it keeps a lot longer and fresher. So just put it in a polythene bag, even if it's a bin bag even, and just tie it up, make sure it's fastened at the top, and it will keep, rather it's, you know, plaster about a month, but it'll keep even longer. It can keep up to 3 or 4 months in a polythene bag. Also, if you find that you go into the local builders merchants, DIY merchants, just put your hand on the bag of plaster to see how fresh it is, because what you find when plaster is really fresh, it's still slightly warm when it comes from the manufacturers, and I find that time when it's still slightly warm to when it's just, you know, tepid almost, that I find that's the best time to use it. The older it gets, the harder it is to put on the wall. Right, here's the whisk we made earlier. There's the whisk we've made out of the old plate rack, the old chromium plate rack, so we'll try it rather than buy one, see how it works, eh? Wonderful. go. Lovely. Keep the handle up so it doesn't go all over the handle. Clean the bottom of the bucket out. The wet bucket will be forward. Just give that a little bit of a clean. Keep everything clean. So easy to do whilst everything's wet. Even when you can put it on the board, taking it out onto this spot. Yeah, that's clean enough now. Put clean when it goes downstairs. There we go. First one going on. Lovely. Look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? Keep it tight. Don't be putting loads on. I think you're doing a good job because there's no much to start with. Just tight as you can. Almost so you can see through it. Until it didn't look like you would be. I'm not going to do that. Start a little bit. You know, don't. Look at confidence on doing it, isn't it? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All over the old stuff. Never knew it existed, the other stuff. You've got a bit of a high spot, just go over it. Just a bit more on there. You've seen little bits, you know, you get a little dropping like it on the wall. We call it in the business, we call it a snot, but that doesn't matter. But you know, a little bit at a time. Same again, off we go, onto the cork. New trowel. Well, I don't know much about the new trowel, but it's the guy behind the trowel, not so much a trowel. It doesn't matter whether you pay £100 for one or £5. If you can use one, put it on the wall. Keep the job clean while you're working each time. And take the whole towards it. Right, here we go. Overhead. Dangerous one that if you're not used to it. But there we go. From the side. From the side to the corner. Overhead. And there we go. Overhead again. There we go. Overhead again. Same again. Nice and clean. Think about it. Don't be putting it on. Put the lots on. Think about it as you're doing it. Each trowel full. Lovely, isn't it? Normally, as a rule, we plank this out and scaffold it, but in this, as this is at the moment, we haven't got scaffolding that with us, so we're using a step ladder. I don't particularly like using a step ladder, but beggars can't be choosers. And also, another thing, there should be scrimming around the edge. Okay, we're going to tile it so, or paint it, but really we should be putting some scrim on here, really. I think that's what I should be doing next. I think this is scrim. I should have put it on beforehand. This is the self-adhesive scrim. So we're going to use a little bit of this. Really, I should have told you about this, but I didn't think we had any. But now we've got some. About anything between a £5 and £8 this stuff is. So 50p from the car boot sale. So we can't moan at that one, can we? Do you know why it hasn't got to be expensive? It's the best way. It's a hobby. As well as making money, especially in hard times, recession, hard to take times, you know. Why shouldn't people be doing these sort of things? Crazy. Feel that, just going in there, lovely. Feel it doing good. Wonderful. There we go. We're going to close the scrim in now. Closing in now. This is the second coat basically going on, and we're just trying to leave it as flat as we can. Leave very little lines, having very little tram lines in it, as we call it, and just don't need to put a lot on. Just to overcoat it each time. And that's all we're doing. That's one at a time. Very little line. Just knock them out as you go. Any holes. Makes it easier for when we come to do the next trowel. Each time. Bit at a time, knock the lines out, and all we're doing is fill in any excess holes or anything that's in it. So a couple of big rooms to do. Early morning, all the ceilings on first thing. The first thing you must do, all ceilings first, then you can go on the walls. The ceilings are the worst because you're on them with your head all the time. Finally, gives you the cracks in your arm out. No matter whether you've been doing it for years or not. We don't want all the fat line water to fill the holes. Fill them now. And it'll be nice and flat and shiny. You know, in an hour's time, well, and that will be somebody doing the job anyway, so. on the ceiling rows.
Always about the place.
Tell what the person is on the other side.
Better if you they're out the way.
Buy them off the town.
Go round.
How is that?
Copy the hardware. £4.99. Seems to be working well.
It's took you just
I'm
15
just
minutes
gonna clean
or
the trowel
20 minutes?
now. Always clean everything, you know. We've put the first coat on, we've second coated this. The next part we're going to do, clean the hole, clean the trowel now, make sure the trowel's clean, every bit of the trowel. All around the lifted shaft there, what's cleaning off each time. Clean the trowel, there's very few marks, there's the odd marks still left it, but very few. Now they'll come out with the flatting. The flatting is one of the most secret parts of it, the flatting. Any holes, hollows, you know, ridges or anything we've got left in it, we knock them out now with this trowel.
Got a little bit of a ridge there. We'll go back over it. Near the bottom of the ridge, we'll go back over it. At this time, it doesn't matter, the plaster's still pliable.
Now what we do, we're going to flat it.
Whilst it's still pliable,
You can do anything you like with it, it's a little bit on the face of the trowel. And now we're just going to flat it. That means taking out any ridges, anything at all that's in it. Before, we flat it twice, start in the corner, flat, knock the ridges out, flat, and watch each time when you're flatting it. But don't push too hard with the trowel, don't make it not work, just enjoy it whilst you're doing it. Just nice, just flat it, and on the edges, you see them little rough bits there? With the brush, whilst it's still nice and soft, any bits on the wall, scrape them off, that's savage away. Clean the wall, each time, nice and clean, so we'll start again in that corner, flat it again, each time, nice and flat. And we'll find it's a lovely flowing feeling. And then you see little tiny bits like that, we'll just go over the top and just fill them. And then what we start, we've got to build up on the trowel, and we call that fat. A little bit of fat on the trowel. Now that will come in handy because anywhere where we find a little bit of a hole or a little bit of a ridge, knock the ridge off. And then we put with the ridge, we knock off, we get a bit of fat. So any hole we've got, we fill it with a bit of fat.
We're going over.
Clean the brush each time, a bit more clean water for around the switch.
Doesn't take long, clean up, clean along the wall, here we go, down the switch, paint, whatever outstanding, we'll get that with the paint, just feather it in, each time, that's it.
We go again, on the wall, on the scrim, we're knocking the scrim in now. A little bit of scrim showing now, we'll just a bit of that fat off that ridge there, fill that ridge, fill the scrim with what bit of fat we've got, over that ridge, and there it is gone. So easy, isn't it? Just let it go, just let it flow. Haven't got to press hard, haven't got to pull your shoulder around, just follow in everywhere. More clean the bucket again. Keep the bucket clean, exterior as well. It gets all hard bits on the outside. When you tip it out to the hard bits and drop into the plaster, you clean outside because any hard bits, when you go to tip the bucket on, what happens, the bucket will bend and because they're hard they'll break off and go into the soft plaster. That's what will happen. So keep it clean, everything clean, handles, everything all the time.